Okay, so we're gonna start out. You guys are here because I've looked through your files, and according to your guys' files, you have a large amount of referrals, each one of you. So I'd like you to take a look at your file. This is for Drew. This is for Tim. The first paper, if you could just skip it. The second paper, if you want to take a look, it is basically, I've looked at your discipline so far this school year. School started on August 11th. It's now the 4th of October. I've counted up your referrals in the 7 weeks we've been here and averaged it out, how many you're getting a week. So, like for instance, Diane has 4, Tim, you have about 3 a week, and Drew has about 1 a week. So, because that's a little higher than average, we're going to work on dealing with some of those issues that you guys are having in class. And I've noticed that a lot of your referrals are due to maybe you getting angry and not working, or getting angry with a peer and having kind of a upset moment in class. So that's what we're going to work on. And I forgot I need some pens for you guys, but not quite yet. So let's see, where do I want to go from there? First off, what I'm going to have you guys do is we need to get to know each other, because we haven't all been together yet. This group we're going to meet for the next 2 months. We're going to meet once a week, and we're just going to kind of sit together and talk about some issues. But before we do that, I want to get to know each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Drew start. You're going to just start with the first question. You're going to ask anyone in the group the question, and they have to answer it.
Diane, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
England.
Thank you.
And you would explain why.
Oh. That's someplace I would like to go to visit.
Okay.
And travel around England and Scotland.
Okay, thank you for sharing. So then Diane gets the paper, and Diane gets to ask the second question to whoever she wishes.
Tim, if you were given $10,000, what would you spend it on?
I would save 5,000 of it and then travel to Australia. And if I had any money left over, I would go to Vegas and blow the rest. I've always wanted to go to Australia, so that's the reason why I'd go there first. And Vegas, see if I could just double up on my money.
Okay, cool.
Drew, if you could talk to anyone in the world, who would it be?
Animals.
It's actually a person, I believe.
Oh. Probably Michael Jordan.
Why would you want to talk to Michael Jordan?
I've seen him a lot. Think he'd be interesting. No, I take that back. I like to talk to Phil McGraw.
Why would you want to talk to Phil McGraw?
He seems like a good time.
Thank you, Drew. And one more question. How about one more question? You guys can ask me too.
Amy.
Okay. Miss Abbott, please.
Miss Abbott, if you could learn any skill, what would it be?
If I could learn any skill. That's a good one. I guess a skill that I admire, that I wish I knew more about, is just like financial skills with money. What to do with money and investing and making my money make money. So that's, I think, what I would do. Yeah. Okay, thank you guys. So you can put, I'll take that, thank you. So I forgot you guys each needed a pen. Okay, so now we know each other a little bit better. We're going to take a look at what this group is all about. So like I said, we're going to meet 8 times. We're working on reducing those referrals. We have if you notice, we have a post-group objective. So at the end of this whole group, we're going to try to see if we can get those average number of referrals down to a low number. So you can flip the page in your folder, the next page. Okay. And so this is our group guidelines. Drew, could I have you read number 1?
All participants observe confidentiality. A, counselor. B, student.
Okay, so that just means what goes on in this group doesn't go on, isn't said outside of this group. So don't tell your friends, not your parents, and that goes for me as well. I won't share anything with anyone else. Diane, could I have you read 2?
One person speaks at a time.
Okay, so that's just being respectful. Tim, 3?
Everyone has an opportunity to participate and share.
Okay, yeah, so kind of same thing as number 2. Number 4, Drew?
No put downs allowed. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't call him stupid.
No, absolutely not true. Number 5, all participants treat each other with respect, so no calling each other names. We're going to be kind, courteous. And then number 6, group members have the opportunity to develop other guidelines. So if you guys, going through these sessions, if you feel like there's a rule that we didn't talk about, that's okay. And we can add that in there. Okay, so we're just starting things out. We see that there is a problem. We have the referrals. I'm going to ask you guys just a question. Whoever wants to answer can answer. So, tell me about a time when you were angry and what happened as a consequence of your anger. I think I'll start it off. Okay, a time when I was angry. I was maybe 17. I threw a hairbrush and it hit my wall and I left a big old dent in my wall. And I had to cover up that dent in my wall, and it made me nervous for the rest of the time until it was fixed. And so I actually damaged some property, and then my mom found out and got mad at me later. So that's one of the negative consequences from my anger. What about one of you guys? A time when you're angry and then what happened afterwards? Drew, you've been in a fight recently, right?
A fight?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so you got angry?
I got really angry.
Uh-huh. And then that led you to...
He said he wanted Donald Trump to be president because he don't like Mexicans.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I called him a bad name.
Mm-hmm.
A puto.
Uh-huh.
And I punched him.
And then what happened? Did you get in trouble?
His nose bled.
Uh-huh.
And then I punched him again.
Okay.
And I loosened his teeth.
Okay, so... And then you got suspended or
I
a
did.
referral?
I did, both.
Okay. Okay, thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
What about either of you guys? Tell me you're angry.
I was given directions to the wrong place,
Mm-hmm.
so it cost me time and money and gas looking for the place. There was no real consequence other than just time and mental fatigue, I guess, from trying to reroute yourself back to
But you got angry that you were given the directions?
I got angry that I was given wrong directions.
Okay. So a little road rage, maybe.
A little road rage.
Okay. All right. I wonder if this thing has a timer.
It's been way over 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
You did hit record, right?
Oh, we're at 8 minutes, so we have one more to go. How about, okay, we'll just kind of wrap it up because we're running out of time. We didn't have time to do the self-assessment, but if you can flip the page, you guys are already there. Okay, so the self-assessment, we're going to take a look at and follow up with on the next group meeting. What you guys are going to do is you're going to take a look at the statements and you're going to see if, well, it's basically just seeing why you get angry, what kind of provokes you, and then we'll work more with how we can stop before you guys get to that point and other routes you can take. Like you could say question number 1, do you think you handle your anger well? You would say never, sometimes, frequently, most, always, and all the time. So we will get to that next time. But let's see. Any questions? You guys have any questions?
Are we gonna do this time?
No, we are out of time, but we'll do that next time. And we'll see you, a little bit more about yourself, take a look at that, and then plan out some goals for you by the end of the group.
And is a put down if I say I think your question is stupid, but you're not?
Yes. Yes, true.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Then I get mad a
But
lot.
thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
And I think that's it.
Thank you.
See, that was
Miss
short.
Abbott.
You're welcome.